So, Mario Kart Tour released on mobile devices yesterday, and I just had to talk about it because, oof, is it bad. And not just in the way you're probably expecting me to complain about it. Now, before I get into this video, I want to make it clear, I know I'm not the target audience for a lot of these mobile titles. I understand that there are tons of people out there who love spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on half-baked games that feel like they were developed in a couple months. I get it. But here's the thing. I'm still going to screech about it because you can't stop me. It's my YouTube channel. So let's start with the positives. The game looks pretty good. Like, it's comparable to Mario Kart 8 visually. And that's it for the good stuff. The gameplay is garbage. You have minimal control over your cart. All you can really do is steer and throw items. Both are a hassle as everything is controlled with touch controls, obviously. So even with only a few things for you to do, it's easy to still, waste an item by accidentally tapping the screen when you really meant to drag your finger across it to turn. And I assume there are other driving games on mobile that control similarly, but it's just so awkward to have a racing game where you're not in control of your speed. Like being able to actually slow down yourself going into a turn or speed up coming out of it. The game sort of does it all for you and just makes it all feel so unnatural. Also, I want to note that this hasn't been the smoothest launch. There have been tons of reports of people getting error messages, not able to play. Myself, I haven't gotten anything like that, but I've seen so many people saying they have, I can tell it's a problem. In terms of modes, also very lackluster. You've got the standard cups, there are some little challenges in there, and that's about it. Meaning, as of right now, there is no actual multiplayer. Again, in a Mario Kart game, there's no multiplayer. I've seen some confusion about this because when you do play like the cups, it appears you're being matched up with other players as they all have display names that resemble usernames. But yeah, it's not true. Sorry, you haven't been kicking everyone's ass all this time. You've just been playing against bots. Now, there is going to be multiplayer in there at some point. Only God knows when that'll be. There is a section for multiplayer in the menus. However, all it says for now is that it is, quote, inbound. And also, who knows if this is going to have some sort of price tag attached to it. The game is free to play, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's multiplayer race tickets or something, and you get so many per day and gotta buy more, because with some of the monetization that's already in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Yes, this is a mobile game, so it's just chock full of awful microtransactions. And I would put this title 100% in the pay-to-win category. The majority of what people are going to get are drivers, vehicles, and gliders that are all combined to give you different stats, just like in Mario Kart 8. You can earn these things through playing, of course, but it will definitely be a big grind if you do it that way, because you're going to need a lot of everything to maximize your performance. As you see, every one of these choices has a different level of benefits that change between the courses. So your character choice, for one. Well, some characters will be getting 1 item per box they run over. Some will be getting 2 items per box, and some will even get 3 items per box. If you played these games, getting more items per box is a huge advantage. So you're going to want to have those characters that get 3 as opposed to those who are going to get 1, which again, this changes with each course. So you're going to need a deep roster if you want to constantly be getting those advantages. And you acquire all these things by firing them out of the pipe. Yeah, that's really how they phrase it. Just pull on the pipe hard enough and it will shoot out a special surprise for you. Essentially, it's a loot box system, which Nintendo has released the odds for. And yeah, let's just note for the high-end tier, which would be the rarest drops, you're looking at about a 0.3% drop rate. Not 3%, 0.3%. So if you're jonesing to get those top tier items, good luck to you. And on top of that, all of these elements can be leveled up. So not only will you need a lot of them at your disposal for the best performance, you'll also need to play them over and over again to get them to higher levels. And there are also items that you can buy with coins that equip to your character for even more of an advantage, such as this mushmallow that gives you an extended time on your jump boosts. Coins are, of course, they're earnable in-game, but these items seem like they can get pretty pricey. And if you end up needing more coins to get that next item you want so bad, well, don't worry, because you can just spend real money to get access to the Coin Rush mode, where you play as Gold Mario and race through a stage picking up hundreds of coins. And of course, the more money you spend, the greater amount of coins you'll be able to get. What a joke. But let's talk about the most egregious microtransaction here, the thing everyone's been talking about. This subscription pack. For $5 a month, you get access to extra goodies on the regular, which in itself, I don't really have that much of a problem with, not a huge deal. I know plenty of games offer something similar. Granted, that means, 4 months of a subscription to this is equal to a year of Nintendo Online. That comes with like all the free NES and now SNES games, don't forget. So I don't know about that value. But the main issue myself and many others have here is that 200cc, the fastest, most difficult mode, is locked behind this paywall. So if you want to play the game at the highest level, it will cost you $5 a month. That is stupid expensive considering you'll lose it if you stop subbing. So it'll cost you $5 every month. You could be subscribed for 2 years, pay $120, and once you stop paying, you lose access to it. I think that's going to end up actually weeding out a lot of people who may have gotten into the game hardcore, as how many are really going to want to pay a monthly sub for a damn mobile game. This title, in my opinion, is awful in every sense of the word. I don't know why anyone would play this, not just like over another Mario Kart. Hell, I'd rather play Garfield Kart while being waterboarded than subject myself to any more of this. Which, yeah, I want to make it clear that it's not like my only problem with this game is the microtransactions, because I'm sure there will be plenty of the drone comments like, oh, it's still free to play, they gotta make money, as terrible of a defense that is for this nonsense. But also, the game itself sucks. I don't think it's fun at all. And while I think it will definitely make money, Mario Kart is a big enough brand, I don't think it'll be a runaway success like a Pokemon Go or something. Don't forget Nintendo's most recent mobile game before this, Dr. Mario, only made like $1.4 million in its entire first month out, despite getting many more millions of free downloads. Because that's something I think people get mixed up on too, thinking all these mobile games are just massive hits, printing money. They're not. Certainly Mario Kart, I'll give it to you, is a much bigger name than Dr. Mario. And yeah, there are whales out there that will spend absurd amounts of money on these games, but you gotta remember there are millions of these games out there. So you have to do something to separate yourself from the pack, even in the mobile space. And yeah, I just don't really see people sticking with this game that long. And especially with locking like the fastest mode that hardcores are going to want to focus on behind a subscription, as well as not launching with multiplayer, those two things I think are huge mistakes that are going to lose you a ton of people that may download the game, but then soon forget about it, and you probably could have strung them along for at least a little while if you didn't make these sorts of decisions. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on Mario Kart Tour in the comments. Are you currently subjecting yourself to this nightmare? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of Mario Kart Tour. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you want to keep the conversation going, hit me up on Twitter at Johnny Zakari and join my Discord, ChiGuy and Friends, link to both in the description below, and as always, thanks for watching.